Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel Physics Surgery. And here I'm very happy to announce the long pending detailed courses, comprehensive courses for Physics JEE Advanced 2024 aspirants. This will include both 11th class syllabus, 12th class syllabus, and also a course that would be very much useful for the droppers. Droppers means they are going to write the JEE Advanced 2023, but they wish to drop a year, also called as repeaters, and they would be taking up the JEE Advanced again in 2024. So all these students, the freshers and droppers, this is something that you were requesting me right from the start of my app in October 2023. It took a long time because I was completely engrossed in my courses for JEE Advanced 2023. I'm still engrossed in it. And once this video announcement is done, I'm supposed to go back to the pending works that I have to finish for the final preparation boost for JEE Advanced 2023. So with all that happiness and almost I'm feeling like I'm starting a new academic year. So a lot of things coming up in the next 5 to 10 days. So this is something which I'm going to start off with. Okay, so these are the contents for the current announcement video. So I'll quickly go through them. There'll be a quick update for the 2023 aspirants, right, who are about to write their JEE main session 2. I'll be talking about what they should be doing very quickly. And also some of the eager JEE Advanced 2025 aspirants are also there in our YouTube channel as subscribers, and also in the app. They have already purchased some of the courses for 2023 and 2024. So they have been requesting for a full course. So I'm going to update on that. Okay. So, but since this video is more about the JEE Advanced 2024 aspirants, so next we'll move on to the detailed teaching course syllabus. What is that detailed teaching course? What is the syllabus for 11th and 12th? How we'll manage? What is the syllabus date completion during this year? And what are the course features? Up till what date is the content of the course available, my support, my doubts group, and all those things, when are they going to be available? So we'll comprehensively discuss. And then we'll immediately move on to the most important part that students would be obviously eager to know is the price. And are there any coupon codes for the early bird offer or something that students who have been loyally waiting? So I need to reward them for staying and waiting for my courses. So I'll be responding to that. And then we'll quickly go through the syllabus schedules for both 11th syllabus and 12th syllabus. And then the course features. Some of you who have been in my app already know it. So I'll just skim through them very, very quickly. Small changes are there. And then the refunds for the old students who are joining. So some of the students, even before the full course is launched, that is for 2024, have actually started some chapter-wise courses for 2024 to just test how many students are there. So hundreds of students have actually taken those chapter-wise courses. So now that I'm launching full course, I need to refund those chapter-wise courses once the students join the full course. I've already promised them on the app, so this is an official announcement. And how those refunds will be made and all that, I'll explain. And then the JEE 2024 droppers will be addressed at the end, and what they should be choosing and what will they get from this particular app and the courses. And also, I'll also talk about the YouTube channel. Okay, so that's it. Just before we go on, a customary and a humble request, right? So this channel is not just about the Physics Surgery app. It has been about the Physics Surgery YouTube channel, and 270 odd videos I have already done, right? And when someone says 270 videos, it may not be a big deal for 3-year old channel, but if you see the quality content of each and every one of those videos, and you spend some time with them for at least 4 to 5 days. If you are a new person, I won't say like, share, or subscribe. So just spend time with the channel for 4 days. Go to the playlist, choose your topics playlist, how well they are organized, how disciplinedly they are organized, not just the discipline, the content of each and every video. You'll learn a lot. Each video doesn't just contain one problem, it just contains an explanation, concepts related to that, and also the practice problems at the end. And you go through the comments, you'll find some answers for the practice problem. So it's not just another YouTube channel where students would be just praising the teacher with all the emojis and all. Yes, that will be there here and there. In my case also, I feel nice when someone praises me, but I think this channel is more than that, right? You'll see the content, of the comments, you will understand what I mean. Okay, so just after you are impressed by this channel, then like, share, and subscribe. Also, there is a Hindi speaking channel, or the English medium as the physics subject. I've started it. I've not been able to produce some videos because I was busy with the 2023 courses, but I'm planning to revive that channel. So in case you are a person who is comfortable in listening to the teacher teaching in Hindi, I'm also one of them. So you can just go to the Physics Surgery Hindi channel. There are two videos as of now. I'll be producing more of them. Just have a check, and it will be important for knowing how I speak in Hindi in that particular app courses also. Okay. So if you are a new student, this is something that you need to know. If you're an old student, you can skip this part of the video. So I have been working as a physics mentor, teacher, guide, whatever you want to call, for the last 17 years since I have passed out from IIT Madras in 2006. So it's a 17 years experience. So immediately after BTech in IIT Madras, I have been working as the physics mentor and guiding lots of students. I have had the pleasure of associating with lots of good students. I've always maintained that being exposed to the students of this kind of quality is a boon for a teacher. So whatever I am today, I would say it is because of the fact that my students in offline campuses used to push me to become better and better, and to help them understand the subject and better. So in that, especially in the last 10 years of the China batches, as they're called in the South India, 2012 to 2022, even just before starting of the um, app, right? I've been working in offline campuses, and these are some of the four testimonials that I've got. I've got the video testimonials from these four. So I've placed some of them also in the channel. You can go through them. You can read more about me in the physicssurgery.in website. So in the About Me section. So that's it. And 2023 aspirants, all the best for your JEE main session 2. Best last few days plan. It means I think 4 or 5 days are there, and some people have the exam on even April 15th, I guess. So whatever the number of days are, session one's PYQs are the best source. Okay, so just to help you out, instead of going into all Telegram groups and all that, so I'm going to provide you the links to the solutions to the January session, right? So you just go to the Physics Surgery Android app. Okay, app access is in the pin comment below. Anyway, you'll be needing for the courses also. So at the top, once you log in and all that stuff, you at the top you just press, you will get a drop down in which this is a study material. This is a free study material section. Just go into that, and there is a folder called JEE Mains Session 1 solutions. You can just go into that. All three subjects I have placed there. It's a free content. Okay, right. I have received it from one of my colleagues, a friend. Okay, so uh, I don't take any credit for that. Credit should completely go to the original creator of those solutions. So please go ahead and use it. It's available in the public domain. Okay, so that's it for 2023. I'll come back with another announcement after your JEE main session 2 is done. Okay, and why I say session one solutions, because I think 30 to 40% of the problem models will repeat in session two. So that's the best thing. There are 11 papers. I think you would have written one paper. So rest of the 10 papers, please make sure you go through the solutions in a very detailed manner. That should sort out a lot of your issues. Okay. So for the 2025 aspirants, again, your full course launch video is next in 2 days time, right? And it's a 60-week course. Starting from basic maths, vector kinematics to the last one, modern physics, right? So I'll have to write down the syllabus for the entire 60 weeks. That's more than an year. The syllabus starts from April 10th, which is same as the 2024. It's just that I have to make a separate video. Just I'll make it within few days. So download and stay in the mobile app, and then DM me if any concerns are there, or just wait for the video to be launched. Okay. Now that all this formality is done, I know I kept you waiting. Sorry for that. 2024 aspirants, it's your turn now. So all the freshers and droppers, listen carefully. Okay, so first let me do the week-wise split of the 11th syllabus that I am demarcating it as 11th. And now don't say in NCRT this is in 11th and this is in 12th. All 2024 aspirants, your board exam is over. Okay, so now what I am thinking as 11th is these 16 folders. Okay, so I made some empty folders in my laptop, and I took a snapshot so that it's easy for you to demarcate. The number in front of these chapters is going to give you the sequence of the syllabus. If you have been in my app and taken some chapter wise courses, this number will be in the start. Whereas the another bracket would be representing the number of weeks for which the teaching in that particular chapter will go on. Okay, so it is not 16 chapters, remember. The left side is not that. So if you count all the weeks that are there, if I don't write anything, that's 1 week. Okay, and if I write, obviously it's plural. Okay, so you could see units, dimensions, errors, and measurement is only 1 week. Okay, so like that, if I count all of this and I cut the syllabus at ray optics and wave optics, I have put it here. Okay, right. So all of this would be the 40 weeks. Okay, that is called 11th in my app. Okay, in my view. And the 12th is a slightly shorter syllabus. Okay, right. And that would be adding from 17th folder to the 24th folder or chapter. Okay, and the weeks are again mentioned. I didn't want to put ray optics here because I didn't want a 3 week chapter to start in 12th. So that's the only reason. Otherwise, I could have easily put optics on this side. Okay, so since this is a 40 week and this is 90 week, and also remember the 11th class syllabus has already been finished up till rotation. Okay, right, in a recorded format. So even if some of the students are joining now, they will be getting all these things as a part of the recorded lectures and DPPs and even doubts group, everything will be accessible to them. So in our course, when I call it as 11th syllabus course, it will start from gravitation, which is the ninth chapter. Okay, and will go up till 16th chapter. Whereas the 12th one simultaneously will start from 17th to 24th. Okay, so that's the point here. So with these numbers in mind, I'll come back to this slide. Let me explain the courses now. Right. So this is the most important slide. You will find once you go into the um, app and go to the store section, you'll find these three courses with these three thumbnails. Okay, so lots of color onto your face right now. So just pause and listen to me very, very carefully. Okay. So the middle one that you see, which is clearly written as 11th class detailed course. This word detailed is very important because you'll find crash courses also in the future. Okay. So this particular detailed course is that left side of this particular thing, this entire 11th class syllabus that we are talking about, which is equivalent to a 40 weeks of teaching, of which this up till 8 chapters are over. Okay, so but all these 40 weeks teaching content will be available to you as per the timetable. Okay, I'll show you the syllabus schedule also. So that one is priced at 22,999 without a coupon code. Okay, right. So that is without a coupon code. Now there is a coupon code that I have already presented to you people. If you are a subscriber of this particular channel, I have already posted a community post only for the subscribers to just give them a head start because that's a limited coupon code. It's only valid for 100 students. I've also posted the same coupon code for the students who are inside the app, who have already downloaded the app. The context of this 3000 is very simple. Recently, we have finished 3000 downloads. I have posted a community post on that. So just to commemorate that, I have used this particular thing. And this 3000 coupon code is for 3000 flat discount. So this 22,999 will immediately become 19,999 once you apply this code. Okay, now I just wanted this code for only first 100 students. But when I launched a similar course last time in 2023, last course wise, the coupon got exhausted real quick. Okay, so for those students who are watching this video for the first time and did not get this Love You 3000 code, I have prepared another coupon code just in being safe. Okay, right. So if you apply this Love You 3000 and it shows expired, so immediately move on to Surgery 3000, you'll get another limit of 100 students. So coupon codes individually, each one of them is 100 plus 100. So I'm offering this particular price of 3000 discount for 200 students. And after these coupon codes get exhausted, the batch admission limit would be limited to 500, including all these three courses. Okay, so if someone takes 100 for one, 100 for another, and 300 for another, that's it. I'll stop the batch admission. Another batch will be started depending on the demand, but not immediately. It will be after the JEE Advanced exam is over, and I don't think this is a full course, right? So batches would be very, very limited, unlike crash course. Okay, because this is a huge number of weeks. So when you apply either one of these, right, coupon codes, so each one of these prices come down. And 12th class course, I already told you on the right side of your screen, this is the thumbnail which deals with this syllabus. Okay, this syllabus. I'll talk about the syllabus schedule plan dates and everything also now, right? And that one is originally priced at 16,999, and once you apply this 3,000 discount wala code, you'll end up getting it as 13,999. Obviously, you'll ask why 11th more and 12th less. Obviously, you have seen the division of the uh, um, syllabus chapters that are there, and usually any institute, that is how it happens, right? So before board exams you cover maximum amount of syllabus, and after the board exam you will be left with a limited amount of the syllabus. The idea is to finish the syllabus so that you still have time for the revision, so your syllabus completion date becomes a very important part. So because of this disparity, the price for these two is not the same, right? But I we should accept the fact that the 12th syllabus would be slightly more abstract and less revised by the students and requires more number of teaching hours. Okay, so taking all those things into account, this is the price that would be there. And if students are taking the combined one, obviously you'll end up getting a better price. Yeah, you might be thinking and asking, okay, this particular number plus this particular number is still the same number here, right? You should understand that is after the coupon codes have been applied, and coupon code cannot be applied for all three courses by the same student. Okay, so if he's already used the coupon code for 11th, he cannot use it for any of the other two. So the discount should be counted from the bottom without the coupon code. You could see this 22,999, 16,999, you add it, this would be at a lesser price. So a person applying this code to this one would end up getting this at 33,999. And if that person is an old student, he'll get a further refund. We'll talk about. Okay, right. So let me move forward and explain the syllabus plans and all that individually. So before I move on, I don't want any confusion, so I'm trying to reiterate, uh, re-establish this fact that one time use per student, each code, you can only one student, one time can be used. And this was first given to subscribers and students inside app. So this might get exhausted by the time I finish the video, right? And then immediately use this one and try to use it before the exhaustion takes place. Okay. And DM me in the app if you're not able to apply any of the coupon codes. I'll check it if the coupon codes got blocked or something. But if it crosses the 100 plus 100 limit, then I cannot do anything. So I'll just tell you the information that whether it is expired or not. Okay. So that's it. That's the coupon code part. Now, when you go, I want to explain the syllabus plans, no? Right. So I've started with the 12th one. Okay, right. Um, so when you go into the thumbnail of this particular course inside that app, um, you should realize that you would end up getting this kind of a picture. I'll show you that on the screen also. So inside the content course folder, this is what you'll end up having. So I've just now started putting the videos of the wave optics, which is the first chapter for 12th course. Okay. So the syllabus completion date that you need to note is 15th October. Okay. I'll show you the entire plan on the PDF date wise also, but you need to note that this is going to get finished by 15th October. But please remember, syllabus completion means my teaching will get complete on 15th October, but your course content, which is the recorded form of the lectures and the features available, that is DPP viewing, and then so also you can ask doubts, right? How doubts are asked, I'll go ahead and explain also for the new students, others they know. So all those features will be there. My helping hand will be there till JEE Advanced 2024 date, whenever it is. It could be May last Sunday, could be June 1st Sunday, it could be whatever. They have not yet announced that. So whatever is that announcement date, we'll have it till that point. I'll keep it 2 or 3 days later also, just to help you in the counseling part once you get the seat. Okay, so that is this. And similarly, the class 11th one, because more number of chapters are there and we have been late. I have been late, so you have been loyally waiting for me to start, and I want to parallelly finish that one. So inside that, since the number of chapters are more, you will be finishing it at 26th November. Now, you should understand, if you add the number of weeks, it should not go this way. But I have introduced some buffer weeks strategically in between the weeks so that I can give best chance to the students to finish the content. My content is so absorbing and engrossing that students require a lot of time to actually finish the work that I give. Okay, so I'll explain that. And buffers are created. That means break weeks are created in between so that students finish their work. Because just getting uh, uh, only listening to the lectures is not going to take you forward in the courses. You need to finish the problem solving content and ask your doubts, and for that you need time, and that time has to be created inside that schedule so that backlogs are not created. Once backlogs are created, the confidence of the student gets affected. So I have taken that into account. This was a learning lesson for me also when I took the 2023 crash course initially without buffer weeks. Okay, so I'm also improving. So, and this is the 11th plus 12th detailed course thumbnail. And once you go inside, you'll end up having the chapter wise again. Inside this 11th and 12th will run, folders will run parallelly. And you'll find in each one of these thumbnails, you'll find its detailed PDF file of week wise cut off what the syllabus is, which date, what chapter will come and all that. So let me open that for you and show you that one. So once you go into the content folder, now you can see that on the screen, I am on the content folder of 12th class. So you could see that, you can read that here. It's the 12th detailed course. So if I press on this one, okay, so the syllabus schedule of 12th, this is how it will look like. Okay, this is the PDF. I've already opened it prior. So let me go to the first page. So first page, it's very clear which thumbnail it is. 2024 12th syllabus, detailed course. Detailed word is important. Syllabus schedule. And then as usual, every time I create a syllabus schedule, I give instructions to remind students, just in case if this PDF file is circulated somewhere else and you're not watching this video, same thing has been written. Syllabus is 19 weeks. Okay, content folder, and weekly planner is given. I'll explain what the weekly planner is. Each chapter has a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday divisions and what to do on each day, when to watch lecture one, when to watch lecture two, in between lecture and one and two, what we should do. That's a planner that people get. And inside that planner, I also mark problems from standard books, readings from standard book, page number, problem number. And also I'll give printed DPPs. Some of the standard books won't contain all the possible problems. So I'll be giving my own DPPs. So when to do all of them is a weekly planner. So that's explained here. I'll explain it more thoroughly in the video as we move along. And weekend exam is talked about in our course, any course, whether it is crash or whether it is a detailed course. There will always be a weekend exam in physics, 1 hour test. Okay, other course features, doubt solving group and all that. So this is the start of the 12th course. So anyone who is taking the 12th course, they would be getting this. So the 3rd April to the 9th April is the buffer week initially. I've just kept it so that students enrollments take place. I don't want to immediately start once the video is released. So getting used to the app and finishing the required backlog. And this is also an important week for students who are taking 11th also, because they have to finish some of the mechanics chapters before we start off with gravitation. So this is the week. Then the week one, this W symbol is representing the week of teaching part. Okay, so you could see the 10th April, we'll be starting off with the wave optics, is the detailed JEE advanced syllabus description. Here I have excluded diffraction and all that extra syllabus that I put at the end of the course so that we have enough time, because wave optics itself without diffraction takes a lot of time. So I want to deal with it during the first week in a elaborate manner and not rush through. I want to cover the basics from theory through the problems, JEE Advanced, and by the end of the week, I try to take the level of the problems to the highest possible manner. Even students who are appearing for Olympiads, they'll be able to do it. Okay, so then immediately you could see a buffer we created so that whatever material that is given during this time, if students are slow and they are not able to finish that material on time, they'll be using this buffer weeks. And this buffer weeks are also for not just student backlogs or who joined, but also catch up time for new or late joiners. Imagine this video reaches a student through some channel later and they join a bit late, they will be able to do that. And also students who have joined in this one, they have 11th class backlogs and they want to do something. So this week is always an important one. This I have learned from our last year courses. And W2, you could see I'm not counting buffer as W's. Okay, so there's no number here. So week 2 of teaching is this one. Okay, and date is given here. And this weekend, thi- this particular syllabus exam will be there on every Sunday, and detailed solutions will be given for the Sunday's exams. So week 3, week 4, as you could see, the syllabus keeps going: current, electricity, capacitors, and then magnetism. Okay, right. I'm just going very fast. You can open and check it out for your own, right? And once the nuclear physics is done, and newly added syllabus, that EM waves, communication, diffraction, polarization, everything. I've kept it as a last part, and we'll be doing it for 3 weeks so that it is done in an elaborate and JE advanced level manner. Okay. So you could see the end of this 12th class syllabus is 15th October, as I told. Okay. But once you go to the content folder of, let's say, the 11th syllabus. So this is the 11th syllabus, and you open the 11th syllabus schedule. So this would be the first thumbnail is the same, first PDF file. Okay. And same similar instructions, just that 40 weeks is written. And then you would see what I have done here. Okay. Week one, I am calling it as gravitation because I'm assuming that rotation part is already covered in chapter wise manner in this. I cannot start from again basic maths here. Students who are joining here would be requested to take up these, all these folders would be there, and all the recorded lectures would be a part of that particular thing. Even the new chapters also, you'll get it as recordings only, but day to day basis. Okay. These are already available. I'm calling them as week minus 19 to week 0. Okay, week minus 19, like our years, no? BC and AD, right? So before announcement and after announcement. Okay, so minus 19 to 0 was basic maths onwards till rotation. So you could see this bracket represents the sequence that I showed. 0, 1 is the basic maths, 0, 8 is the rotation, 0, 9 is the gravitation, which we are calling it as week 1 because I am announcing it now. Okay, so total weeks is 40, but the teaching weeks available right now would be lesser. Okay, so you could see fluid dynamics, then there is a buffer, then properties of matter, elasticity, buffer, surface tension, 2 weeks, actually 1.5 week, and then viscosity squeezed into the second week of surface tension, buffer week again. Heat and thermodynamics is taught for 4 weeks, as you could see, including the heat transfer part. Okay. And again, the second law of thermodynamics, entropy, would be finished at the end or the last of the course, right? Any extra added syllabus that is there, I want to do it in a comprehensive manner. I don't want to squeeze it into some of these parts. So we'll do it in a leisurely manner. Okay. So week 13, then I buffer. You could see it keeps going. Then SHM for 2 weeks. And then waves and sound, elaborately done for 3 weeks. In between, also, I kept a buffer for follow up. Okay. Right. Ray optics again 3 weeks with proper buffers so that you have enough time to do my weekly planners. Okay, so that's it. W21 and minus 19 is there, so total 40 weeks of this, and you could see that it is nicely done up till November 26th. Okay, and these buffer weeks are very, very important. Remember, most of these 2024 aspirants, and I've kept more buffers in 11th syllabus than 12th because most of the students who are taking my course will also be studying in their respective coaching centers where 11th is already over. So if I had not kept these buffers properly and tactically, students will get again a lot of backlogs, and backlogs are very bad confidence killers when you are preparing, especially for students who had a bad 11th class. Okay, so that is why we are not taking any risk in the 11th syllabus part. Now, when you go to the content folder of both 11th and 12th detailed course, what I have done is very simple. These two have been merged, and that is what students have promised me, that they are willing to work harder if the total syllabus is done in a parallel manner. So whatever you have seen in the two PDF files, so syllabus schedule for the detailed course will look like this for 11th and 12th together. So you go back, same instructions. It's just that in the instructions, it is clearly mentioned that you will have the syllabus done in a parallel manner. Okay, so parallel manner means something like this, you could see. Right. So whatever you had in 11th on the left side, whatever you had in 12th on the right side. Okay, right. So from 3rd April to 9th April, nothing is happening in both. It's like that buffer where you're getting used to things. And 10th April, students who are taking both, they need to give extra time. So if I have a 1.5 hour class recording that is shown to you or given to you in gravitation on Monday of 10th, you'll also get a lecture 1 of wave optics on the same day. So another 1.5 hour. Most of my lectures in detailed course syllabuses will be ranging from 1 hour 15 minutes to 2 hours. usually on an average 1.5 hour. Okay, 1 hour 15 minutes if it is an introductory class of a syllabus, particularly Mondays and Tuesdays, and 1.5 hour in the middle of the week. And during Fridays and Saturdays, when you're doing huge problem solving and developing the skills up till JE Advanced and beyond, we'll be trying to take up some 2 hour classes. So on an average, you could say 1.5 hour, and each week you will be having minimum of 4 classes, very rare actually, then at least 5 classes, and at times even up till 7 classes. Again, you could say 5 to 6 of these classes of 1.5 hours that would be there each week. So students who are planning both 11th and 12th, and I know most of my students would be taking this part. You need to promise me that you would be taking 1.5 hour of gravitation, let's say in the morning, and in the evening maybe. Because all these are recordings, there is no time constraint for you. You can watch it at your own leisure. Different students of different levels can watch it and ask their doubts at different stages of the day, and I'll be able to respond. Okay, so they need to put in that extra effort for this physics part. Okay, so as you could see, in some cases you would actually get some freedom. I have arranged it in also some certain way that you might get a buffer in 12th syllabus and you will be having only 11th on that day. So I've taken care in such most of such cases, except few times where the clash happens. Units and dimensions, when it is happening in the first year, that is 11th class, you'll have electric potential and all that. So you also get buffers together so that bigger chapters are going to come up and your backlogs are going to get reduced because of all that. Okay, so you could see that simultaneous markings and all that are done. And as expected, 12th syllabus finishes early. You could see 12th finished and 11th is still going on. And once the 11th is done at 26th 11 2023, we can conclude that even the combined detailed course has been done. Okay, so this is the course that will combine both of them parallelly. So come what may, the syllabus for the 11th and 11th plus 12th is going to get over in November, so that you can start your revision either with me or someone else in December itself, which is very, very important. Okay, you need a sufficient time to finish your revision. Now, when you go into the course description in the once you press the thumbnail, I have given an example of the 12th syllabus course. Okay, so it will show up as this 16,999, but after the discount coupon is just applied, you'll get 13,999. Okay, right. And this is the description. I would request you to pause or go to that course and read the description very carefully. If you're especially a new student, all my old students know what they get in the course, right? It's a detailed course and not a crash course or a revision course. So that is one very, very important thing. Okay, right? And doubts group is in English and Hindi within the app, and it will be live till JEE Advanced 2024. I'm only reading few of the underlying things I wanted to highlight. And you can read the similar descriptions for other courses. I'm just showing the 12th one. Okay, and selected problems are included in the DPPs. Last time some controversy had happened, so I wanted to give Pathfinder marked numbers. Okay, so once I gave it for rotation, I think that was the first chapter in Crash Course. Those numbers were propagated into the Telegram channel, and that is something our students has objected because they have paid for the course. So, okay, so what I have done after that is I've stopped marking the questions, and instead I took those questions directly from SBT and all these. Anyway, Irido and Croto, you would see me marking in the weekly planner. Those weekly planners are free for most of the students. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm averse to giving free stuff to students. All my 270 videos on the YouTube channel with that quality content is already free. Okay, and also the weekly planners of these courses are also going to be free most of the times. Okay, so this Pathfinder SPT marking questions, instead of marking them, I've integrated them into DPP so they are secure. So the students who are paying actually are not shortchanged. They should not feel that it is unfair to give all the free stuff to others. Okay, so that's the whole point. And also one more very important change that we are making based on the feedback that we got last year is that live doubt sessions, we used to have it every weekend, right? So, but this time we'll have it chapter wise. So, and that too only after we realize that all the doubts that are being done in doubt group are not completed. Then only we'll take up a live session. This is at my discretion, and I would be posting, let's say, heat and thermodynamics for that entire chapter is for 4 weeks. Entire 4 weeks are done, and we had enough time to, even including buffer week, we had enough time to clarify the doubts that are asked already in the doubts group. Then we'll not be taking the live doubt session. But you'll see some of the doubts require my presence in the video live doubt session, then I'll give you the Zoom links and we'll have 1 or 2 hours of doubt sessions. I personally like taking the live doubt sessions, but I have seen only 2 or 3 students attend, and for one doubt, they have to stay for almost 1 hour, wasting their time. So if you have a 1 or 2 doubts, you can ask it in the doubts group and immediately answer on the same day, and your time will not get wasted. So let's see how it works out. Last time it was compulsory. This time it would be my decision based on how many doubts are left and how many students are there. Okay, so we'll see that. And every weekend, JEE advanced level test with detailed solution. I have segregated analysis. I'll give easy questions, moderate, tough, how, and you can check how you have attempted and all that. Okay, so the app access is in the pinned comment. So you just go there and try to read the description of these particular courses. Okay, so just before we move on to explaining the weekly planner, how it works and what you should be looking for, and weekly planner is also free for a lot of the students who are not even purchasing the courses. So just before going there, I just wanted to present the 3 thumbnails so that you don't make a mistake of purchasing wrong course. Okay, so look out for these thumbnails. The top one is the 11th syllabus, 12th syllabus. All are 2024 JEE Advanced aspirants. Okay, these will expire on the day of JEE Advanced 2024. And some of these two contents is this one. Okay, so look out for these thumbnails. Now, before we move on to explain the weekly planner, I would like to highlight what is a good checklist for the detailed course. If someone wants to take up either offline or an online detailed course, not crash course, detailed course, what are the features you should be looking at? This is from my experience of teaching so many toppers. So I just want to, I'm not saying you should buy from me, but if you are got these particular qualities from anything, either offline or online, then you should go ahead. Okay, apart from the fact that money is also an issue. Okay, so the teacher, first of all, in a detailed course should not assume any prior coaching or knowledge of the student. Okay, they should not assume. So we should not think that when a 10th class student is coming to 11th syllabus and I'm teaching NLM, I should not think that fellow has already taken coaching and I should not start immediately solving problems. I need to explain what is a reference frame. I need to explain the origin of the Newton's laws, etc., to develop that interest, to develop that visualization. Same is the case with magnetism also. I should not assume or directly give the formula and start solving the problems. Theory should be developed is in a systematic manner, and that will develop the conceptual understanding, which later on becomes the problem solving skill for the student. You can't develop problem solving skills by doing just problems. Okay, one should not jump to problems without doing this. Okay, in a crash course, yes, a prior knowledge is slightly assumed and you can do more problems, less theory, but that should not be the case with a detailed course. Okay, take that into granted, whether it is offline or an online course you are planning to take. Lecture hours are important and problems per hour are also important. How many problems we are solving, how many lecture hours are there per a course. So if a wave optics is being done the first week and I am planning to take somewhere around 8 lectures, how many hours, and in each hour, how much am I solving? That's the advantage of recorded lectures. There is no disturbance. There is a certain flow to the class, and the class goes on irrespective of the quality of the students inside. It could be an average student to a meritorious student trying to watch that lecture at their own leisure time and at their own pace. Some students can pause in between and watch it. Some students can go ahead. That's the freedom that you'll have. There is an argument from some of the students saying that we are not disciplined enough to see recording content on their own. I have one simple answer. Even if it is live class, if you're not disciplined, you will somehow lose the track. And in live class, what happens is a class comes one after another. Okay, even if lecture 2 you didn't understand, there is a lecture 3 next day. Okay, and because lecture 2 you didn't understand properly and lecture 3 is going on, the backlog start piling because you cannot understand lecture 3 before understanding the lecture 2. Whereas in the recording stages, if you are already disciplined enough, you watch lecture 2, you take your time, ask your doubts, and maybe give a day's gap, and then watch lecture 3. There is a buffer week to save later on. You won't have buffer weeks in live class programs. So please understand that. And there is no disturbance also in the class. When I am teaching something, there won't be some student saying something and lecturer going into some tangent, talking about, I'm not saying nonsense, but talking about something that is not related to the course. Okay, so that is not there in recorded lectures. So if someone gives me an argument saying that if discipline is not there and that's why you should take a live course, and that I think is a hallucination. If you're not disciplined, first of all, you will not get into IIT. It's as simple as that. Whether you take live or recording, if you are not disciplined enough, that's a primary quality that you should have. Skill, up and down you can have, but that willpower, if you're not disciplined naturally, then you should have willpower to become disciplined. Otherwise, forget about your IIT dream. I've seen enough students who are talented enough but not disciplined, and they don't get through. And you can show me some indisciplined person who has got 500th rank, let's say, I would return back and tell you that if he were slightly disciplined, 500 is actually not his potential. He would have got below 100. It's as simple as that. Logic, it's logic. Just try to think. Okay. So encouraging students to read and explore some parts of the standard books. This is generally lacking in most of the cases where you see a lot of coaching material even in offline systems. I don't know about how onlines are right now. In offline systems, you would see a teacher just teaching class. Okay, students may or may not write the notes, and there will be a DPP given. That's it. That means there is a notes and there is some problem solving because there is a sheet given. That's not learning during a detailed course. Teacher teaches his own language of physics, and that's not the only language of physics. There are many other languages that you need to explore and read. Remember, in physics, there is reading comprehension. There is a, what is IIT trying to test? By giving a passage, they're trying to understand whether students are able to read and apply it in the problems. That reading skill has to develop. Not only that, when you read standard books like Resnick and Halliday, or even NCRT in some parts, or H.C. Verma, or some other books that I'll recommend, when you're reading, you'll get a alternative screenplay of that story. Okay, the story is the same, like in movies, it's the same story, but it will be explained in a different manner, in a different examples. Okay, so that is very, very important. Gives you a different view towards subject, and that we cannot do in crash course. Okay, I understand, but in a detailed course, if this is not being done, then I think that is a troublesome thing for the students to explore. Okay, but at the same time, you can't read all books, right? I can't just say read H.C. Verma, okay, or read Resnick and Adler. You don't have that much time. So from my experience, what I teach in the class notes, and before you do the DPP, I'll mark some important pages which will give you or improve your understanding. So I'll say Resnick and Adler, this page number or this paragraph of NCRT. So that is where weekly planner comes into picture. I'll explain that. Okay, and then the DPP problem quality and quantity are very important, and ease of getting the doubts clarified. Okay, so you get a doubt on that day and it has to be clarified on the similar same day. If not the same day, if I am busy and I'm recording the lectures, the next day. That's the max. Usually I clarify most of the doubts on the same hour. Whenever I'm free, I see the doubt, I immediately put it. I should apologize to 2023 students because of this 2024 launch. In the last 15 days, I have been actually slightly, you could say, inactive in the doubts group. So March 15th onwards, I think some of my doubts are pending. So once this video is done, I'm going back and I have to put each and every pending doubt in a sequence, and that is what I am known for. So I'll get back to that point. And same thing, once the all these course announcements and everything are done, I have to make sure that the doubts are getting clarified. So whether that happens in an offline center where teacher is surrounded by 300, 400 students, or an online course where there are lakhs of students taking a course, that is up to your imagination. Okay, so then frequent tests and feedbacks, like whatever you are learning, if it is not being tested, that is not good. Okay, so if you have all the above, then it's fine, and I'm trying to assume that most of these things are abundantly there in my course. Okay, so let's look at the weekly planner sample for the 11th and 12th class. Okay, so the 11th one on the left hand side. So this is how a weekly planner looks like. Part one, which is the gravitational field. So Monday, I'll just say watch lecture one. It will be there in the content folder. You'll watch it at your leisure. Okay, and then immediately after lecture one in Resnick and Halliday, you have to read this particular section. Addition is also mentioned. Uh, Always have a hard copy of the book, but in case you are monetarily challenged, economically backward, you can also search for the soft copy version of these. Okay, sections are also written. So from edition to edition, you might have pages different, but sections will be the same. Okay, so and similarly, you could see the weekly planner for the wave optics, which is the 12th class syllabus. So let me open that and show you very clearly. So let me go to the, and you could see that gravitation's weekly planner. Okay, so you'll have the heading, and then Monday, this is the sequence in which I'm expecting you to do. So you could see that once you are done with Rajnik reading, it's clearly written reading or problem solving. NCRT in class 11 part 1, I'm asking you to only read the introduction. That's a nice paragraph that is written to give you an insight into gravitation. So you are supposed to read it. I'm not asking you to read the entire book. Okay, once you are done, you go to the HC Verma. The previous books may not have this kind of introduction, so I like these sections. So I want my students to explore these sections. So these are the things. These are very, very quickly done. You might see that these are so many pages, so it won't take much time. Okay, right. Once that is done, in HC Verma, you are supposed to, after watching lecture one, attempt these problems. Even in the problems, you could see, you might question me, sir, why did you not mark 3 and 4 and directly go to 6? Maybe those concepts are already done in my lecture. So that is how I decide. I carefully mark these numbers so that you are doing almost all the important concepts to build your foundation. Okay, so Tuesday, lecture 2, then I go to a standard book. You can use any of the standard books. For my teaching, whatever I cover, and rest of the things I use this particular book, Ashish Arora, volume 1. You can again see example 6.8, then 6.10, 6.9. I would have covered it somewhere. Okay, so again, very clearly written what to read, what to do as problems, in on which dates. Again, we come back to HC Verma. Then Wednesday, lecture 3, like that, you'll have more problems. And there are some reading assignments. If I'm not giving problems from the standard books or reading, so I also have the printed assignments for the reading that are given. So you can go to the content. So you could see, if this is the content folder, you go inside 11th class syllabus. When you go to the gravitation, so let me open that, how it looks like for you. Okay, so this is gravitation. So you go to the week 1. So you have, let's say, weekly planner. These are the reading assignments. So you can see clearly these are the weekly planners. One is on the polar coordinate systems at JE level. Whatever I feel is required for your JE level and slightly up till Olympiad. Even Olympiad level, I always look at the JE part of it. Okay, so simple proof, some David Morin's book, one single page or 2 pages cut. I'm not asking you to read the entire book. Then the third one, tidal forces, it could be a reading comprehension question in the future JE, and also a very favorite question for INPHO. So I've given a small reading assignment. All the JE advanced students can read this. So that's how I manage everything, and that is the strength of our course. Okay. Then we go to lecture 4, then NCRT material, exemplar problems are marked, textbooks examples are marked. Then you go to DPPs. Okay. So after all solving all that, DPPs are my printed problem sheets, again containing levels of problems, part A, part B, and part C. Okay. So I have not kept it open. So just need to go through that and then finish the pending works. I would have marked Dirodo problems, but in case of gravitation, it will come in week 2. That's a Sunday is the exam. So similarly, if you see the weekly planner for wave optics, as you could clearly see, same structure. Only in Monday's case, I have 2 lectures actually, and then the reading parts and all that you could clearly go through, right? I also give you some other books also, right? In case you don't have that book, I'll give you the PDF version or the scanned version of that. Okay, don't worry, everything will be accessible to you. Okay, right. This is a book, nice book, which is a substitute for NCRT. Some of the paragraphs in NCRT are not self-explanatory. They are not very good. So I use some other books to enhance their understanding. So this is one of those books. I'll be giving some pages prints for you people to take out and read. So DPP 1, you could see it arrives early. Okay, volume 1, HC Verma, Ashish Arora. Okay, and then all this clearly textbook markings, Resnick and Halliday. All this should be done in sequence. There is an importance to this number. You do this, then you move to the next one. Okay. You don't pick up Ashishara and do all of them together. So there is a logic to how this is marked, and this is a result of my experience for the last 10 years with the toppers. Okay. It takes a lot of time to make these things, and they're not just marked just like that. Okay. You could see, as I said, Erudo problems are also marked in case of wave optics, because this is the end of the week, right? For wave optics, it's the end of the chapter. So you have these problems to look forward to. And important Pathfinder and SBT questions are already included inside the DPPs. You see the DPPs that I talked about, in these DPPs in different levels, those questions are already included. Okay. And the source for DPPs, apart from those important books, last 10 years, my toppers error list problems. They write exams, they commit mistakes, those questions are taken out. So they're generally tricky. So that's why students who are inside my app, they say my DPP problems are not just tough to solve. They're not tough. You get an idea, but you make a mistake because the source is like that, right? So all the places where students can have they can falter, those things are highlighted, and my doubt solving also is in that same way, so that once you're done with this entire detailed section, you're ready for writing the JEE exam on this chapter. Okay, so that's how it is. And so that's the weekly planners. I hope I have explained it very clearly. Now, how are refunds to be done for students who purchase the 2024 chapter wise courses? Okay, so if you are not the old student, you just please immediately go and start purchasing using the coupon code before it is exhausted. So this is for students who have already purchased and they are waiting for the refunds. Okay, so who are eligible? There are hundreds of students who have already bought these chapters. Okay, first eight that I talked about in 11th. Okay, so these are the thumbnails. They have bought it at different prices at different stages. Okay, all those things are noted already. Okay, so only students who have bought these chapters, these eight chapters, are first of all eligible. And for which courses will get you get refund? Remember these split ups, these eight chapters are part of only 11th syllabus and not 12th. So those students who take either 11th syllabus or the total 11th plus 12th, they will get the refund. People who only take 12th, they will not get the refund, and that's meaningless also because this syllabus is not part of this one. Okay, I hope it's very clear. So let me make it very clear in a pictorial manner. s- those who are taking the 11th plus 12th or only taking 11th, they are eligible for refunds. Those who are taking exclusively 12th full course, they are not eligible. They are supposed to pay this one after applying coupon code. And the refunds are independent of the coupon code. Whether you apply coupon code or you don't, if you have purchased a past course and you are purchasing these two, you will get it. Okay, and how to give the transparent way of giving refunds. I have already got this experience during a last course when I made referrals and all that. So once you buy a course in your DM with me, direct message inside the app, you'll receive a receipt. Okay, immediately we'll know that you purchased. Imagine a student purchases 11th syllabus after applying the coupon code. He got it for 999, and that will be showing up here. Okay, let's say the student's name is Newton. Okay, so the student should request me, or I should request the student inside the DM only, all this discussion inside DM, who bought the 11th or 11 plus 12 full course, only these two, right? They are eligible to present the total amount paid already in the 2024 chapter wise courses. I'll ask the students, have you bought any 2025, 2024 chapter wise courses? I'll ask him through DM. So that person will have to write his name. He'll write Newton. This is an example, okay? And you should write to me your GPay number. GPay is the easiest way of sending money. It will be taking easy faster for me instead of internet banking and all that. And imagine that student has bought good kinematics and rotation among these eight. Among these, there are these eight. Let's say he's bought this kinematics on the right bottom and he has bought rotation only. So at that time of buying, the course he bought it for kinematics is 899, let's say, and rotation is 2499. You add these two and you round it off to your advantage, 3400. So you'll just write these letters. Okay, kinematics I bought for this, rotation I bought. Have third or fourth. You just keep writing. I have a lot of students who bought all. So I have to refund somewhere around 9,000 to 10,000, which I'll happily do. Okay, so total refund of this much, I'll immediately put it into this. Now, when I said immediate, because there will be hundreds of students and I have got lecture recordings to do, I'll usually do this in the buffer weeks in the first 1 month. So I'm promising cross verification of the student will be done because once he writes, I have to verify, right, whether he has purchased these. It will take time. And all the cumulative refund of whatever, okay, not 1K. So I wrote 1K. Cumulative refund to the student account by April 30. I'm not saying all of them have to wait till April 30. I'll keep doing it. People will keep purchasing. So, but by April 30, if you don't get it, you can mail me, but I'll make sure you get it. Okay. So don't send these things in the mail. I have to check each and every mail. So DM inside the app is the best way to communicate with me. Okay. Right. So send these in the order so that have the enough proof and all that. You can send the receipts also inside this. If you have already got the receipt, you send it. It will be easier for me to check and quickly refund. Okay, I'm looking forward to refund a lot of amount. Will be very happy. In one particular case, I'm very happy now that I have to give back the money. Okay, usually I'm not. So 2023 crash course preview for students who are new, right? So how I manage the app and all, how I manage this. So there was a batch to launch video on January 26th, the Republic Day 26 or 27, I don't remember. And during that, one particular student wrote a long post. Okay, I have only cut the fourth point conveniently here. Okay, student's point of view and advice. He wrote all the things in a transparent manner. It's not about only praising me. Okay, so he also wrote few things which are slightly inconvenient to the student, I would say, but it's my way of doing things. I don't give a PDF notes, please understand that. And there is a reason for that. I would like my students to write down the notes, either short notes or full notes. Whatever you write on the paper, that will always stay in your mind. And please make it a point to do that. And he writes that also. Doubt solving, how I do, how my when I am busy, my other colleagues will help you out, and how I answer each and every doubt, all the points. So this is a student's point of view review. It's not the praise. I just want you to clearly go through each one of those things. And if you have any queries after that, you want to ask me a few things before purchasing the course. I wish everything will be fine. You better hurry up and buy the course so that the coupons are not done. Otherwise, you want to wait. You can DM me your queries in the app. I'm very happy to answer. Okay. So also doubt solving. If you are new and you don't know how I solve the doubts inside that, I've made a video for the JEE Main session one. Inside that I explained. The link of that video is in the I button above. You can check it out. But I'll immediately take the slides now and very quickly explain for the new students. So how is doubt answered? There will be a doubts group. Imagine you are taking a course. I'm given example. Someone takes a course of JEE 23 Physics Complete Cash Course. This is the name of the course at the bottom. With the same group name, there will be a group created in chat section. Inside your chat section, you'll get your group, and also I'll be there as a separate personal DM. Okay. So this inside this group, all the students will be automatically added. Once you pay, you get added. I need not manually do it. I can't manually do it, by the way. So if student, this is a student side, this is my side of answer. So he puts a screenshot. If a question is asking his question here, and then if the question is theoretical and it's okay, if I type, I'll type the answer. Clearly write. I address the student's name and I write. Okay, right. This is first way of answering. Second way of answering is, let's say he has put a JE advanced question and he's asking what happened and all that. He's using angular conservation, momentum conservation, and then so depending on what the student types, he's typing in English, I use English to put a audio message and I say, Harsh, listen, please. Okay, right. So this is second way, right? First one was typing, second one was the audio message. And the third one, imagine either typing or audio message is not the feasible way. You can see this is a Jane Carla question that I've taken recent times. I got the source of that question from our doubts group only. That's the greatness of having good students. Okay, so I get to do good problems. So this was a problem that was asked. You could see the date 16/12/2022, and that's how I got this idea. And then I solved it here. You could see this is the time where I solve it with my own hands on a piece of paper and put a snapshot here and then explain it very, very clearly. And I made a video out of this so that it's available to others also outside the app. Okay, so this is how I get huge number of doubts. And by staying in this type of a group, if even if you're not asking the doubts, you will get exposed to a lot of important questions and your subject becomes better and better. Just like for me as a teacher, I become better and better every year. Even the students who are part would become better. Okay, so that's it. And just in case someone asks an off topic questions, remember doubts group is for only physics doubts. This is not a telegram group that you see in public places where a lot of time waste happens. So we are very, very strict. At times a student out of and mistakes happen, right? So they forget or they don't know the rule, they ask something which is not related to physics. Okay, some general query. I very um, politely ask him to or remind him the rule and not and but I reply to him in the DM. So some of you might have queries about how to study and what is happening, this, that, and all. I am always there in your DM. I might even give you a phone number and we'll have a discussion also. But don't disturb the doubts group. That's the strength of our course. Otherwise, we'll become a public Telegram group. You go into a very good public Telegram group, you see a lot of nonsense going on, lot of disturbance, lot of pinging. Okay, so that is not allowed. Okay, so again in DM you can use Hindi or English. Okay, I speak Hindi, English, Telugu, and even German. So I think that covers the whole of India most probably. Whoever are writing physics in English medium, I think these four languages are enough. Okay, so Upcoming launches, for those who are interested. For JEE Aspirants 2025, as I said, full detailed 11th plus 12th course, 60 weeks, that will come first. That video will come first within couple of days. And entire thing will be similar, but it's my duty to formally announce it. Then for JEE Advanced 2024 students, full course, those who don't want to take, either they're, let's say, at their own institute they have finished their syllabus and looking for only crash course, or if they're droppers who are okay with the theory and they want only the crash course part, for them I'll be announcing something, but I'll announce it after the JEE mains session 2 is done, which is April 15th maybe. I don't know, NTA keeps changing the dates. So that is the second announcement. This order is the dates of announcement. Remember, April, this one will come first. Okay, this is second. Then once April 15th is done, a meaningful announcement for the JEE Advanced 2023. I don't want to use the word revolution and surprise, shocking, and not free, all these words that are used to maybe grab attention and manipulate students nowadays in YouTube world. I don't want to do that. So it's a meaningful announcement. What I think is one of the best courses for the final step preparation of the students in JEE Advanced 2023. Okay, irrespective of whether you have taken my crash course or anywhere else, you have not taken any of the course, just wait for what I am going to announce and how it's going to change your preparation. So that I would like to announce. So that is the third one. So JEE Advanced 2023 students also have something to look out for. Okay, you'll love it. I'm telling you, whether you take the course or not, you'll love it. And free YouTube physics videos as usual. I'll keep coming up and I have to become more active. I know that I'll do that. Two kinds of droppers. Now, a lot of students who are droppers or they are already terming themselves as droppers. Okay, so they might be knowing that they wasted their 11th and they have no chance this year based on their JEE mains performance, or they want to do JEE advanced next year better. So those are called droppers or repeaters. They are going to write JEE this year, but they have decided to write JEE also next year. So in 2024. Okay. So there are two kinds of droppers. I have very good understanding because I am myself a dropper. I wrote JEE in 2020, sorry, 2001. I didn't get through, and in 2002 I got through with a all India rank of 251 in general category or open category as we call it now. Okay, so I know what it is to fail and what it is to succeed. Okay, so first type of, why do you become a dropper? Why do you fail? Because you couldn't get marks in the exam. Simple, right? And why didn't you get marks? Because you couldn't solve problems. Because I think we all agree in JEE Advanced, 90% of the thing is all about problem solving. But there is a problem there. A lot of people think problem solving we have to achieve, so we'll solve more problems. No, that is not right. So if you are lacking in-depth conceptual understanding, which is what they test, you need to understand what the question is asking and what concept you are talking about, then you can start application. So the first type of droppers are, first of all, they lack the in-depth conceptual understanding because of either, we should not talk about bad teachers or anything like that. You somehow, for many reasons, and you could be the reason for that also, you were lazy or whatever, you did not have proper coaching or proper learning of conceptual understanding. And second, you had that conceptual understanding. You are very good in theory. If someone asks you a interview question, you will be able to answer. You ask them to explain a concept, you know it. But you never developed the practice. You are lazy, you didn't practice, and you did not develop the problem solving ability. Okay. So remember, the first one actually leads to the second one also. So if you are not requiring any theory, but how will you know? I don't know. You have to find out. Okay. So then you need the crash course. Whereas when you are lacking conceptual depth or understanding, you need a detailed course. But remember, you need to, it should end early. It could be detailed. That's why I planned this parallel 11th and 12th so that it ends somewhere around November. And even for droppers for whom this particular year is going to be a very, very important year. Okay, right? Because there is no second chance again. They need a revision period also. I cannot start a detailed course now and finish it in March. Okay, so that's why you need to put more time, I know, but by December you will be ready for another revision course or revision period. Okay, so that's the whole idea. So if you are in doubt whether you belong to the left side or right side, I would say go to the left side and take a detailed course which finishes somewhere around in November. That is what I would like to give as an advice, myself being a dropper. Okay, so syllabus plans explained, I already said, right? So uh, all this slide I've copied. Okay, so syllabus completion date is 26th November. You can join crash courses from December with a solid base. Once your base is proper and you are willing to give yourself 11th and 12th parallel detailed understanding of the syllabus, not the crash course, then you can join the crash course. If you join the crash course now and you finish it in, let's say, 1 month or 2 months or whatever it is, what will you do? Remember, if you let go of joining the detailed course now and join crash, you cannot join detailed course later. But if you join detailed course now, you still have a crash course period later on. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm speaking simply in order to make you understand. Okay, but you are very sure. Some students are very sure. Some students are very, very clear that, okay, fine, my theory is not an issue. Then when I launch this batch one of the crash course, you can join there. Okay, so that's it. So all detailed course students, let me tell you, those who are going to finish in November, they will have a separate special crash course batch. Right now, let's say in April, I launch a crash course for 2024. That will be called batch one. And another batch maybe I'll launch after the JEE Advance is done, but I'm not sure because if I'm busy with my detailed courses, I won't launch another crash course batch. But definitely I'll launch it in December for those students who are already there in my detailed course. Detailed course November it is done, so December or January, depending on JEE mains announcement, I'll launch. At that time, I'm definitely going to give huge discounts for people who have already taken. And when you know me from the last time, also when I say huge discounts, there is no limit to it. I think some of you know in 2023 crash course, I've given the entire test series course as a free thing, and for batch two, I gave half the price. So it will always be very, very huge, and I respect my students who are there with me from the start. Okay, and you can join the crash course from like December with a solid base. As I said, contents and DPPs will be different from detailed course. Please understand. Some of you might be thinking, okay, fine, I done detailed course, so what's the need of crash course? Okay, you don't need it. That's how I'm detailing the detailed course. I'm making it, but the problem solving part will be taken to the next level whenever you are revising. That is a common thing. Even when you're doing it in detail, you uh, give importance to building that solid base. Yes, you will do highest number of problems. I am giving buffer weeks also to complete as many problems, but the problem level will stop at some point. Maybe you could say 80% to 90% of the JEE advanced level. Then that last whatever parts that are remaining, no, in order to make sure that we do it better and better, that is where the DPPs of crash course come into picture. So you should take a review from the DPP about my DPPs of the crash course from some of you people who have taken it. They'll know how good they are. Okay, so if you are a dropper and watching this in future, let's say not now, maybe watching sometime later, DM me in the Physics Surgery app. Link is in the pinned comment about what you would require. I would be able to advise you. Okay. So last formalities, right? So one device per student only. Okay, and right now it is the Android mobile app. So Android mobiles only, no Apple iPhones or iPads, not it won't work. So please, in case you're buying from that, don't. So you need to have an Android device, otherwise you'll not be able to enjoy the course. So I'm telling it to you again and again. Okay, so and rest of the things you can read on the screen. I don't want to get into all this. So to have more understanding of the rules and details of about what how the app functions and all that, so you can watch the app launch video with this thumbnail. You can just scroll in my video section. You'll find this one. Okay, I don't think you need it. I'll just summarize it. It's only for Android mobiles. Okay, since it is only for Android mobiles, you want a bigger viewing screen, you can get a Android tab where you can put a SIM, Android tab, not iPad, Android tab for bigger viewing of DPPs. DPPs won't work in laptop. Please understand that. I keep getting lots of questions. It's a security issue. DPPs are my half strength, you could say. Half strength is my teaching, so I don't want DPPs to get compromised. And also one very important announcement, web viewing of lectures is under maintenance. It started, I think, 2 days back. Even 2023 course students are right now under some inconvenience because there is some security maintenance going on in the web browser viewing. So lectures will be only available for at least you could say 1 week. That's what they said. I am making it safer till 2 weeks. Okay, so till then you have to watch on Android mobiles. Maybe by the end of first buffer, this will be rectified. Don't worry. But best place to enjoy my course completely without switching one device to another device is always the Android tab. And also, whenever you get an Android tab with slightly bigger screen, your distractions will be reduced because it's a study tab, right? You don't have the other distractions like Telegram groups and all that. Okay, steps to access the app are in the pinned comment. Also check the app launch video. And please don't use this Brave browser. The last 1 year, I have to unban students. Okay, so they use this mobile simulator browsers, right? When they are using browsers right now, at least for 2 weeks, you would be not be using any browser anyways. But later on, once the web viewing becomes better, I think a lot of these other online courses allow Brave browser. This my course doesn't. So if you are into the Brave browser and trying to open the mobile simulation and all that, then it will ban you. By chance, it gets you get banned, please immediately mail me at physicssurgery@gmail.com. Whenever I'm free, I immediately unban you people. Don't worry. But I'm just giving you a heads up. Okay. Don't use it. Use normal browsers like Chrome, Edge, Mozilla, these kind of standard ones, not these mobile simulators or mobile emulators. Okay. I just wanted to tell this. Okay. Um, I don't know why I put this slide. I forgot to tell something. It's a long video, so I forgot. Maybe you can remind me why this slide has been kept here. Something about difference between the car reaching a destination and bus taking the same destination, but the amount of price, I don't know. Okay, different. Just when I remember this, I'll just make another video. Okay, so sorry for this. That's it. We reached the end. So please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and keep loving the way you have been doing that. I get a lot of strength in ensuring that I do my job. I'm almost like a one-man army with my app and all the work that I do. There's no backing, but I like it because I do things on my own and I do things which I feel are correct and make sure that the students get through to the goal that they want to achieve for JEE Physics. Okay, so I'll keep doing that as till I have the strength in the belief, and my strength has become uh, multifold after the success I had in the 2023 courses. I never expected it to be this big, so I'm expecting even 2024 to do well, do big. Even if it's not big, I'm not going to leave you in between. So I'm a person because I'm a one-man army. I'm not associated with one institute or anything like that. I'm not going to leave you in between. Right nowadays, a lot of things like that are happening with offline centers that I know, where teachers go from one offline center to another offline center and leaving the students in between. That is not right. I've never done that in my 17-year career. That I am very proud of, and I want to keep that record intact. Okay, and I like to have a company of some great students, some great minds. A lot of students who keep asking me doubts in YouTube channel. I wish you people to be in my app so that we can explore physics together. Okay, so thanks for staying this long and see you in the next one.